Hey guys, so this is the Audiocular LEX, a pair of dynamic driver in-ear monitors that cost you something between 1300 to 1700 rupees. So these are beginner in-ear monitors, and with the sound quality that I've experienced using these are really value for money and have quite a safe yet fun sound. So let's talk about that. So it comes in this simple packaging, nothing too fancy here. Inside the box we get some paperwork, which is a user manual with absolutely nothing at the back. Nice. You get numerous pairs of different size silicone ear tips, the oxygen-free copper cable that have 2-pin connectors on one end, has an inline microphone with dedicated multimedia buttons, and the version I have ends in a USB-C jack. And of course you get the Audiocular LEX in-ear monitors themselves. Now as for the key specs, so these house a single 10mm dynamic driver in each of the in-ear monitors and have an impedance of 22 ohms. Now because the version I have is the USB-C one, so you can just plug it directly into your phone's USB-C port and you don't need a DAC. However, if you do happen to get the 3.5mm jack version, then I do advise that you do invest in a portable DAC, which will just make sure that the in-ear monitor performs to its full potential without leaving anything in the tank. And as always, the one that I personally use will be linked in the description below. Now the stock cable that comes with the Audiocular LEX is okay. It's decent for an entry-level in-ear monitor. Then again, honestly, it does feel flimsy. It's quite thin and it does the job, but for extended use over the years, I don't know how well it will last with daily wear and tear. However, because these are replaceable cables, you can obviously upgrade them and get higher quality or premium ones that may improve the sound quality, and most importantly, those are made with more premium materials, so those are going to be almost tangle free and will last you far longer. And just to make it easier, I have left some links to upgrade cables in the description below, so you can check it out from there. Alright, now let's talk about the main quality, which is the audio signature. How do these sound? Now usually beginner audiophile in-ear monitors or beginner in-ear monitors that are really affordable don't get the sound signature really good. They're either too harsh or too muted. Something's wrong. Now considering the Audiocular LEX's price, I found that these are very nice. Okay, now starting with the high frequencies or the treble response, the Audiocular LEX plays it quite safe. There is zero sibilance even at maximum volume. While the highs do pack a lot of richness, there is ample detail. The ultra high frequencies are not that pronounced. However, for casual listening, and if you want to listen to a wide genre of music without having the fatigue of really sharp high or treble response, the Audiocular LEX really does shine and it sounds really good. And even instruments in that higher frequency range are well separated from one another and do sound really nice. Now moving on to the mid frequencies where the vocals are, vocals also sound very mellow. They're not hollow, not overly brightened or brought forward where they end up sounding really hollow and shouty. So even at maximum volume, there was a lot of natural tonality, a lot of warmth in the vocals, especially male vocals, and female vocals also sounded really pleasing to the ears and not piercing. Now instruments in the mid-frequency range, like the strokes of guitars and stringed instruments and pianos, everything sounded very nice, well spaced out from one another, and there was absolutely no clutter with the vocals, no overlap. So I was rather surprised with how good and natural the instruments in the mid-frequency range were rendered. However, it's not all perfect because the upper mids, while present, they are not the cleanest and they could have used a bit more refining to do. It just feels like something is missing, and that kind of takes away from the immersiveness of the track. Again, this is me being very harsh on these. In general, for any casual listener, the mid-frequencies, very easy on the ears, very pleasing, and even for long listening sessions, these were so nice to listen to. Now when it comes to the bass response, it is evidently mid-bass heavy. So yes, you get the typical mid-bass slam. The bass response or the texture of the bass is decent, nothing great, but the good part is, depending on the track, it is also going to give you a bit of the rumble of the sub-lows. Is it the most convincing one? No, but it's good to see that it is capable when the track requires it, and you get a bit of that rumble, which always makes it more immersive. I would say it is not by any means for a bass head, yet the roundness, the lack of any sort of distortion, and the fact that these have a pretty mean punch when it comes to the mid-bass slam, it still makes for a very good immersive pair for a lot of casual listeners. Now as for the inline microphone, it does a decent job. It's okay for taking calls on the go And the dedicated multimedia buttons also do a good job for changing tracks, lowering or increasing the volume, and answering and ending calls. And this microphone also does a decent job for in-game communication with your peers. Now, one really good surprising thing is how good the soundstage is. I mean, it is rather wide, so this gives you a very good imaging. You can clearly understand the location of the instruments in the track, and I think for casual gamers, the Audiocular LEX could be a very good companion. So just to summarize, the Audiocular LEX is an absolute beginner audiophile, and it is catered as such. It doesn't really try to pull any sort of extravagant punches, but whatever it does really convincingly, and that is what impressed me about this in-ear monitor. It's not a V-sound signature. I would say it's balanced. It's got a very warm tonality to it, which I always enjoy. It's ideal for casual listening, for laid-back listening, and regardless of what genre of music you throw at it, this surprisingly performs really, really good. So for its price, I can definitely recommend it to a beginner. So there you have it, guys. That was my review of the Audiocular LEX in-ear monitors. If you have any other questions regarding this, do let me know in the comment section below. I'll try my best to answer them. As always, the link to this and all other audio products and accessories will be given in the description below. I would really appreciate if you use those links to make your purchase. As always, they will never cost you anything extra, but you guys will be helping me run this channel, and I can produce more such high quality and helpful content just for you guys. So thank you so much for stopping by. Make sure to smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, share this video, and I'll catch you guys very soon in the next one. Cheers.